Men, it is time to reject the comforting lies you've been told about ghosting. They say it's about being too busy or avoiding conflict. This is a deliberate misdirection. The raw biological truth is this: ghosting is not a social faux pas, it is a verdict. It is the final, silent judgment passed down by a woman's primal nervous system after it has run its diagnostics and concluded that you are neurologically irrelevant. When a woman ghosts you, she is not just disappearing, she is executing an ancient survival protocol. If you don't understand this protocol, you will forever remain its casualty. The moment a man feels the silence descend, he makes a critical error. He defaults to logic. He sends the double text, "Is everything okay?" He tries to reason with her, to explain himself, to talk his way back into her attention. This is like trying to debate a firewall that has already quarantined you. The decision was not made in her conscious mind. It was made in her limbic system, the ancient reptilian core of her brain that governs survival and attraction. This system doesn't process words, it processes signals. While you were constructing the perfect sentence, her subconscious was running a ruthless background check. It was scanning your every move for signals of value, dominance, and safety. Your hesitation, your eagerness, your reaction time, every data point was logged. By the time you noticed she was gone, the verdict was in. Your signal profile had failed, and the silence is not an absence of a message, it is the message. To gain an advantage, you must stop seeing ghosting as a random act and recognize it as the final stage of one of three primal protocols. Protocol 1, the optimization algorithm. In the modern dating marketplace, a woman's brain operates like a ruthless stock trading algorithm. Dating apps have trained her nervous system to crave novelty through an endless series of dopamine hits. Every match, every new message, is a small reward. She is biologically compelled to optimize her choices, constantly seeking the highest possible return on her time and emotional investment. Ghosting is simply the algorithm cutting a non-performing asset loose. This happens when a better option appears, a man with higher status signals. The dopamine from your interaction fades and predictability sets in. The energy required to talk to you outweighs the perceived reward. You weren't ghosted by a person, you were delisted by a biological portfolio manager. Protocol 2, the threat de-escalation protocol. A woman's nervous system is hardwired for safety. Any signal of male instability, neediness, or potential aggression triggers an immediate, silent exit. Over-investing too quickly, showing frustration when she doesn't reply, or challenging her lack of interest are all red flags. Her brain reads these not as passion, but as potential danger. A direct confrontation, "I'm not interested," carries a perceived risk. From an evolutionary perspective, ghosting is a brilliant de-escalation tactic. It removes the threat with zero conflict. She doesn't ghost to be cruel. She ghosts because her survival instinct has flagged you as a risk. Protocol 3, the critical signal failure. This is the most common reason. Your signal cluster failed the test. Attraction is not built on a single action, but on a pattern of signals that her subconscious decodes. Men who get ghosted consistently broadcast a cluster of low-value signals. Neediness, the constant need for her validation. It is biological repellent. Lack of frame, you operate in her reality, seeking her approval instead of assuming she seeks yours. Boredom, your conversation is a flat line. No tension, no mystery, no emotional spikes. When your signal cluster scores below her subconscious threshold, you are deemed a poor investment of her finite energy. Ghosting is the consequence. You cannot change her programming, but you can learn to send the signals that satisfy it. Project stability and scarcity. When she pulls back, you do not chase. You mirror her distance, or you pull back even further. Your non-reaction is a powerful signal of high value and emotional control. Master the frame, lead, do not ask. Instead of "want to get a drink sometime?" state, "We're grabbing a drink Thursday." This is a dominant signal that cuts through the noise. Create emotional spikes. Use push-pull. Mix validation with playful challenge. "I like that dress, you almost look sophisticated." This creates the neurological tension that her brain craves and makes you impossible to forget. You now see the matrix. Ghosting is not random, it is a system, a cold, primal, and brutally efficient filtering mechanism. You can choose to ignore this forbidden knowledge, to continue believing in the comforting lies that society sells you, and remain a confused casualty of a game you don't understand. Or you can accept this biological reality and use it to your advantage. You can become the man who understands the signals, controls the frame, and provides the neurological stimulus that makes him not just an option, but an addiction. The dating world is not fair. It is a marketplace. You either learn the laws of supply and demand, of value and signals, or you will be left with nothing. If you are ready to stop being a victim and start becoming a master of these dynamics, your real training begins now. What I have shared is only the blueprint. The advanced techniques are reserved for those who are truly committed. Subscribe, click the bell icon, because every video will give you another weapon for your arsenal. The ultimatum is simple: master the system or be deleted by it. There is no other choice.